So Jimmy, we're not really following any weed lines or any currents out here. Is it just the bottom that's, I guess it's the bottom that holds all the fish, huh?
Yeah, it's just the little ledges. The king mackerel are very structure oriented. Like dolphin are structure oriented more towards something floating, like a weed line or something to that effect. Kingfish, I think, are part bottom fish. They literally come, if there's a ledge or a wreck, that's where they have a tendency to hang out. Natural ledges are really, really good places to find king mackerel because they seem to hold a couple of different kinds of baits, and even though there's no floating debris over the top of it, the kings still like that bottom structure.
Maybe where the current comes up, does a little whip, confuses bait, and
it's a little bit of bait around, yeah, that kind of thing. You're just tracking it.
He's tracking mine now.
Yeah, you got one tracking yours too, don't you? Come on, get it
there
now.
You got it.
Come on, get it. No doubt he wanted it. Absolutely no doubt he wanted it.
Didn't take long for him to decide that time, did it?
Nope, not at all. Switch sides with you.
Put him in the water. Hopefully I don't catch me a balloon.
Yeah, he's trying to get around that netter's buoys.
So what do you think, kingfish?
Sure looked like one. Long and skinny and silver. He's wanting to switch sides again, isn't he? Let me come back over there and get him off of your line. There we go. He just spit up most likely.
Mushroom.
Woo! There he goes. Run number 2, huh?
Sprinting. Nice and easy. Yeah, I like these round handles because no matter where you grab it, you don't have to sit there and twist it.
You don't have, yeah, you don't have to search for it. Exactly. Exactly. Another good one, Blair.
The old saying, they're all good, some just better than the others, brother.
Smoker summer kingfish.
Ooh, there's something big right there. I don't know what that was.
Well, we got another line out there. He can come over and sniff on it if he wants to.
Don't sprint out yet. Come on up and give me a little wet.
Come on, easy, baby. We'll get that out of your face. Okay. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Clear. The business end, the power end. Nice fish.
Cool beans. Get on out of here.
Gone.
Awesome, man.
Love it.
You gotta love it when a game plan comes together.
Love me some king mackerel fishing. Let's do it some more.
You know, guys, one of the coolest things that you can do on the Space Coast, other than come to one of the world's greatest fisheries and fish with Capt Jim Ross, is go to floridaspacecoast.com. You can find out when a rocket's going up. That happens to be a Delta right there sitting on the pad, what we're thinking. Delta heavy lift.
Looks like a heavy Delta, yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough when I got out of the Air Force, I got to work on the space shuttle for about 5 years before I quit and became a fishing guide. but they're still neat to watch go up, any rocket at all. It's absolutely incredible to feel that rumble, you know, come through your bones as that rocket's taking off. But y'all ever get a chance to, make sure you come book a trip with Jim and ask him if there's a rocket going up, or just go to floridaspacecoast.com, click the link, and you can find out when one's going up. Watch it from anywhere in Florida, really. I see them from 100 miles away in Plant City, but one cool thing to watch. I haven't seen it this slick in a long time.
Slick as glass, isn't it?
Yeah. How many days do you pray for weather like this?
What's neat though is we're watching the fish, you know, come up into the spread. A lot of times you can actually see the strike. When it gets clear like this, calm like this, and they do actually strike and not just frustrate you by swimming around the bait 4 or 5 times, it's pretty cool to watch.
Hummingbird says we're getting close.
Yeah, marking some bait right on the bottom too.
Oh, there he goes. The only one disguised.
A little skyrocket action.
Gotta like that, brother. Oh, he's on it. He's on it. You ate it. Ate it.
Yeah,
Fish
he did.
on.
Yeah, he did. Nice. Look at him cutting it up.
Trying to shake it, ain't he? Woo, number 3.
There you go. Now that other one cut me off, so I gotta get retied here.
It's all right, I'll fight this one. Get that fish. Yeah, look at that.
They
Is
got
that
some speed,
cool or
don't
what?
they? They've got some speed.
I say he was a snaker. Might be a little wahoo.
There you go.
Hey, I like these round handles on these.
Yeah, those are nice.
That'll be the model right
Yeah.
there. This was still the prototype.
Yeah, those are nice. That harder EVA is nice too.
When you're kingfishing like this with little tiny treble hooks that we're using, and they are pretty small, you don't want to really horse the fish in. And Jim taught me this when we were doing the FLW Kingfish tour, is just keep slow, steady pressure on them, because they'll come up and swipe a bait so hard, a lot of times you won't get the hook in their mouth. It'll be in the side of their head, or it'll be sometimes back here in the body. And if you really pull on them really hard, you rip that skin and you'll never catch the fish. So just nice and steady and kind of a loose drag. Like I say, you don't want to horse them till you can get a good look at them and see where they're hooked.
Kingfish are sprinters. They're not, you know, they're not a jack. They're not an endurance runner. So they're gonna attack. They're gonna sprint. Then they're gonna rest. Then they're gonna sprint. Then they're gonna rest. 2, 3, 4 sprints, and he's ready for the gaff, pretty much. They just don't have the stamina to sustain those kind of hard fights like a tarpon or a crevalle or one of those type of species.
Unless they're 50 pounds.
Yeah.
This one ain't too bad.
He's not bad at all.
He looked a lot smaller further away. Get nice and steady. All right, this guy, I think he's about ready.
You need the gaff?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
I'll
ahead
go
and grab
get
that
the gaff.
Spinning around. Dude, Cobia.
I hooked
Get
myself.
untangled, come on, dude, get that jig. Get that jig, don't worry about a live bait. Get the jig. Cobia, right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy, but right there you got him. He's on it.
Come on.
He's on it, slow it down. Jig. He ate it. Yeah, baby! How about that? Nice big brownie. Followed the kingfish up.
Gaff's up front if you need it. That's actually
I'll try to do this by myself.
Want me to hold the rod?
No, that's all right. I thought I might be able to sling him in.
Bass lift. Got the bass lift going.
That's the way to sling a kingfish in the boat. You know what, I can probably let this guy go. It'd be nice to this kingfish. And say la vie, because we got a Cobia right there.
Hey man, good job.
Hey, I'm glad I could draw that Cobia up for you there.
You sucked him right up to the transom. First it was that scalloped hammerhead and then the Cobia.
I asked you earlier how many times your sharks have ever turned into cobia.
They do often, they do.
We always tend to have a little bit of luck with some brown ones, don't we?
You know, I think it's just a chemistry thing. Put you and me together on a boat and brown fish show up.
We need to fish more together then.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Works for me.
All right, well, we've seen him. I'm gonna grab that stick with the big hook on it.
There's a 20-pound king mackerel that's swimming just beside him. Right beside the cobia. He's going, hey man, what are you chewing on over there? Oh, I got a jig in my mouth.
Always good to have a DOA terrorized, ready and rigged, huh?
Yep, he sure ate it.
Oh man, nice fresh cobia. I like it when you don't have to measure them.
Got it?
Guess I need the other end to get him, huh?
The part with the hook on it's the part that you need.
I think I'm gonna put him right down here and let him beat things up right here.
Yeah, and beat around in the back of the boat.
Yeah.
He wants to come see the prop nut. Come on up here, buddy. Got him. Good shot, Blair, good shot. And in the bottom of the
I
boat.
told you I was gonna throw him in the back of the boat.
Nicely done, sir.
Brother, I'm glad there's not 3 treble hooks sticking out of his mouth
He's
right
not
now.
happy. He's not happy.
I don't think we gotta measure him, do we?
No, he's good.
There we go, Jimmy. A nice cobia to go along with them kingfish. You ever had cobia ceviche?
I'm about ready to.
You're about ready to. That is a good fish right there to do some ceviche with. Guys, I don't know how it could get any better than what it is. Absolutely flat, calm day. Kingfish everywhere, nobody around us. Actually, everybody was around us earlier this morning. They all left because the bite didn't start yet. As soon as Jimmy said the bait moves in, the bite's gonna happen. Those guys went away. There is nobody around us. But for you guys that left and saw us out here filming today, shouldn't have left, brother. Just shouldn't have left. Let's get this guy in the box. Y'all don't forget about the website once again, addictivefishing.com. If y'all are watching on YouTube, make sure you leave us a comment, subscribe, and like. We could always use your comments. We love hearing your feedback. But we're gonna go make us some lunch, I think.
Nicely done,
Rock
sir.
and roll. Let's get him in the box.
Let's do it.